Morning traders, Paul here with GammaEdge. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of November. Let's get started. Pause your players here, read to the bottom. If you agree, hit that play button. Summary for today. Short term is off cash, but we're on the bullish side, so we look for a reversal to the upside. Intermediate term, we are long. We've just completed day 4. And we'll go over that here in a second. The long term, we did get it confirmed long on Tuesday. Now we just need to hold it. Other models are in various states. The small caps are not participating. The NAS is participating, and it also confirmed this new long on the longest time frame. We'll note the S&P 500 collapsed yesterday, and we have to be mindful of that. Goalpost 4100 is the upside target. We're seeing continued evidence that that is where we are going to go. Downside 3600 is relevant. Expected move is elevated over yesterday, but is still below 3%, and this is measured on an open high-low close, so just be aware of that. Of note, the transition structure has shifted down. Now, there's usually two things that occur when this occurs. Normally, we can advance price up above an existing structure, and that gives you the idea of like a stretched rubber band or potentially an overbought type of condition. This is different. This is the actual closing of calls, or excuse me, closing of puts, opening of calls in the area that we had transition yesterday or even below it, which means people are realizing that their puts are not necessarily going to be in the money by expiry. As a result of that, this is a setup where it puts us in a call-dominated environment, both on the gamma side as well as the delta side. This is generally constructive in the long haul. The flip of that, though, is that this could be actually a position for profit taking. Some of those calls, as we stay in this area, could be in the money, and as a result of that, we could see some downward pressure. If we do see some downward pressure, we're looking at that 3900 to 3920 area. But if we continue to see calls go in on the 0DT, 1DTs, and into Friday, we're looking at this 4035, 4040 range as a very, very good upside possibility for an intermediate play between now and Friday. And then the 4105 is really starting to show some structure up there also. So be aware of that. We could break both ways. This is a pretty clear fork. We have no crystal ball. We don't know which way we're going to go. But we do see two paths here, and we've seen it before, so just be aware of that. Finally, end of day pinning is mixed. Tomorrow's expiry is incredibly weak, like 10 times 10 times smaller the expiry magnitude that we normally see. So completely driven by 0D and 1DTE. It is suggesting this kind of same area, 4030, 4044, 4040, excuse me, which is in the same zone here, but just be aware, no major contributions as they exist before market open right now. We are also looking at that 39.95, 4,000 Livermore level, and we are also thinking that the 39.60, 39.75 area could also be in play. So just be aware of those. Market model, day 4 here, short term is below where we started. This is the cumulative tick on the ARCX, usually a quality tick indicator. This is indicating some short-term weakness. We would expect to see a push north or even a continuation south. We would want to hold this above this to keep the intermediate term timer turned on. We are above the ribbon, and you can see yesterday that from our back testing, we did get this long-term signal is confirmed up now. Subject to failure, 7 days or so, but just be aware, we are certainly improving. The narrowness here is visible, etc. Key levels, no real changes across the board. Expected move is a little bit higher, but left goalpost of minus GEX is 36, right goalpost 41, and you can see the illiquid COI, POI is not changed at 4,000. Positive deltas across the board, be aware of that. On the 0DTE, we are looking at that 40.30, 40.35 to the upside. We are looking in this transition area for the 0 DTE. Fairly significant level, balanced. Just be aware of where we are. I think if we go anywhere below the, say, 39.90, 39.85 area, we will see a reversal to the upside. Just be aware of that. 1 DT, as I said, incredibly weak. This is a very, very small number relative to other numbers. So just be aware. Contribution tomorrow right now is insignificant. Upside levels are highlighted here in the red. In the combo, which is the AM and PM settled, we are looking at this 4105, 4110 zone, which is above a very dominant line at 4100. We're also looking at this 4034 area right in this zone. Downside, 3970, 3980 would be a reversal point to the upside. We don't think the 4000 strike is very liquid, with the exception of what's sitting there in the shortest of term PM structure. Here's that transition zone that has moved down quite a bit, and you can see that from yesterday. I urge everyone to go back. It's dropped quite a significant amount. Note though, positive deltas across the board, very, very significant. Ignore this. This is the JPM end of December, given rise because we've got a lot of negative gamma there due to those short calls. And we are expecting increased volatility if we get below this area. We are not expecting to go down here. It would be a push, a dramatic push to the south in context of the expected move, so just be aware of that. Taking a look at the delta moneyness, we're back on, everything's moving up, the structure's moving up, calls are moving in, pushing everything up. Just be aware of that relative to where we were yesterday. So this is constructive for the bulls, and certainly we will continue to grind higher as those in the money calls continue to push towards a +1 limit on deltas. The SPX structure, again, huge growth in the 4100 line. Not really any change here in the 36, maybe just a little bit of a drop. Price is more or less the same as it was yesterday, so this is purely due to option action. The transition, as I said, has moved south quite a bit. 3920 is really the top. It's very visible. You can see it very cleanly in this structure. I do want to call out the 4000. These are not the call open interest. This is gamma here, right? So this has nothing to do with COI or POI, which are coincident at 4000. This growth at 4000 shows a huge amount of calls went in yesterday, which is short-term calls, which is providing for even more of an upside line. This magnitude is actually bigger than the 4100 line was yesterday. So this just shows a tremendous amount of growth in short-term at that 4000 strike, and we want to pay attention to that. So that's it for today. If you have any questions or comments, would urge everyone to come into our Discord. Go to GammaEdge.us, click on the pricing tab, and fill out the blanks. Come on in, join us. 14-day free trial, no risk to you. Great group of traders, lot to digest. Follow us on Twitter at GammaEdges with an S, and then here on YouTube. If you like today's content, give me immediate feedback by hitting that like button. And of course, if you are not subscribed, please do so. Taylor and I try to post 2 videos a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, and hopefully these 2 are getting you oriented towards what we're doing and how to apply this to your trading and investing edge. With that, I bid you farewell. Make it a great hump day. Hope to see you in the Discord. Thanks, everyone.